special coming out soon. Y'all give it up for Terence D.
How y'all doing? What a wild show. Long night for people who showed up on time. A lot of wild stuff has happened. I'll go in reverse chronological order. John Merrifield came up, offended all the Second Baptists over here. Just confused them. No, they didn't. They weren't a big fan. Before that, D-Rock popped in, did poetry for some reason. If I was a tree and if it meant one more minute with you and me or something, that's what he was saying. But he was up here. That's my friend. Before that, Harry did 25 minutes. When he was brought to stage, rather than being Harry Landry, Sam said, "Give it up for Henry," and then let Harry come on stage. And Harry was really nice about that. I'd have fought Sam for that. You got a good heart. I like that about you. Madison had a regular set, which I find boring based on whatever else has happened today. Sam pointed the microphone on the stage like Gronk at one point. He didn't have to do that. He did that. Somebody was taking pictures with a Motorola Razr up here earlier. A lot of wild stuff happened today. Daiquiri Machine just going off whenever. And we're very clearly in a fellowship hall, but like ain't no fellowship happening. Cause everybody right here got here at 8 o'clock. And they spent 5 minutes back there trying to figure out how not to come up here. They was looking for chairs like in the other room, in the other building, just to not come sit in the front. But we made it here. We all here. We're all here now. It's wonderful. Today, I believe, is February 21st. Is that correct? Okay, perfect. On Monday was February 16th. On Monday, February 16th, my roommate gave me his share of the rent for December. He gave me December's rent on Monday, February 16th. He has not given me January's rent or February's rent. He has not given me anything for energy in a number of months. He has not helped at all with the YouTube TV. I believe he thinks that comes with the house. It don't come with the house. It comes off of my visa. He does not seem as though he's gonna pay me for any of those things. And so I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill my roommate. With these hands in front of you that you see right now. You know when you do your New Year's resolutions and you have, a few gimmies up there, some easy ones you can get done. Some ones on there you don't know if you get to, some fun ones. I put on one of my fun ones was homicide, and I didn't think I was gonna get to it. But as I'm thinking about it, I am gonna get to it. I'm gonna kill that man somewhere in the first half of this year. Kill him with the hands that you see in front of me. I'm very happy about it. I want to kill him. I'm starting to tell people publicly, as you can tell. I'm telling people. Told my folks I was gonna kill my roommate. My dad said that'd be a bad idea. You kill your roommate, you want me to pay the bills by yourself? I said that's not true. I pay the bills by myself all the time, and I occasionally get reimbursed by the man that lives in my house also. But I consistently pay him by myself, and so I don't necessarily need him, which I could because I'm gonna kill him. My roommate used to be my best friend. He is now my roommate. We can't be friends no more and go places and have fun. We go get wings somewhere and he buys wings. That's technically me buying them wings. That's my money on his card. He has not given me back yet. So he buying wings. I'm buying both of us wings. I don't want to buy him wings. We're not on a date. I think he should pay me back and then we discuss chicken after he pays me back. That's what I think. Last month, this was a bad thing. He invited me to a Pelicans game, which I found offensive for a number of reasons. One of which, it required me to go watch the Pelicans, which I didn't want to do. So many other things to do in New Orleans. Why would I watch losers be losers? But I also didn't think he should be looking up Pelicans game tickets because that's not a thing that they have on Indeed or LinkedIn. So he shouldn't really know prices of tickets at things. That's not a thing. I don't know how I can fix the internet to make it where he can't see that, but I pay for the internet, so he shouldn't be able to see that no more. I would like to remove his access to StubHub. He don't need that until he's paid me back. But he invited me to a game. He said, Terrence, I seen some Pelicans tickets, 4th row, $94. I said, Todd, you owe me $2,194 right now, and it's about to be February. He said, don't worry about it. February, I got you. February's my month. I said, Todd, we lived together for 3 Februarys, and none of them have been your month. None of the Februarys. They've been notoriously not your month. You're not a February guy. He said, no, this February is different. Mardi Gras gonna be different. I'm working, I'm doing stuff. I said, I don't believe you. He said, no, I promise you. February, I got you. I said, if you got me, then get me. I want you to go in your room, grab everything that's worth more than $10, and we're gonna put it in my car. We're gonna go to the pawn shop, and we're gonna sell it. And then we get to $2,194, then I will be gotten. I'll be your only begotten roommate, and then we can be friends again. And when I shared that information with him, he began to laugh, but I was not telling a joke. And it was at that moment I knew I had to kill him, because he don't respect me in a way where we can live in the same place like that. So I'm gonna have to end his life. I don't mind saying this. I like this to be my public reputation. I want him to go. I want him to see me last. I don't know how I'm gonna kill him yet, but I want it to be original. If you've seen it on the slasher film, I'm not gonna do that. It's gonna be something new. But I like this to be my reputation. I want people to know, if you don't have my money by the 10th as a roommate, I'm gonna have you done somewhere between the 15th and the 25th. I'm gonna kill you in those time frames. And if anyone here isn't doing anything tomorrow, has a pickup truck and an alibi, we can get him out of here, and then you can move in with me this weekend. You know, I will need first, last, and security. I have a bit of trust issues with my past roommate, so I just need a little bit of upfront just to make sure it don't go the same way. But we can get that done. And bring bleach. I've heard that's necessary. I Googled a couple things, and I know you need that. Mardi Gras just ended. We are in the Lenten season, if you observe such a thing, the regular Lenten season. I am trying to build a newer movement, me and some of my people, called Black Lent, and we are in the midst of that right now. Black Lent started on Martin Luther King Day, and we do it all the way through Black History Month. So it's about, give or take 40 days, depending on when we put the little MLK Day on there, but it's a different it's kind of like Lent, but not the same at all. We have different things we do during our times that are custom. So like during regular Lent, they don't eat red meat on the Fridays. During Black Lent, we thought naturally we should not eat fried chicken on the Fridays. We should just abstain for those 24 hours. They have different Lenten hymns that they do. And so in Black Lent, we listen to at least one Stevie Wonder and one Lil Wayne song every day of Black Lent. For the Stevie Wonder song, we stare directly at the sun, so we can feel like Stevie in those moments and really honor him in those times. But we try to do that every day if we can. And then once we get into February, we like to do specific things to honor our Black legends, both living and past, and we do different things on those days. We have one for at least every day. There are multiple for different days. I have some I like. Some of them are very easy. Like February 4th, that's Rosa Parks' birthday. On that day, that's very easy. You just ride a bus. You get on a bus, you ride it, that's for Rosa. You can do that on February 4th. You've helped her out. Some of the other days are a little bit harder. Like February 6th, that's Arthur Ashe's birthday. He's the first Black person to win the US Open, first Black man to win the US Open. On that day, February 6th for Arthur Ashe, we sneak into a country club. You sneak into whatever country club you're nearest to. You don't have to necessarily play anything, but you do need to sneak in there and touch the grass in that area. That's for Arthur. February 11th, that's the day we lost Whitney Houston. We lost her in 2012 on February 11th. For Whitney, on February 11th, we do the Whitney Houston diet. The Whitney Houston diet. No, the Whitney Houston diet, we do Diet Coke and Crack Coke. We do the two Cokes for Whitney. We do that from sunrise to sunrise. Some people like to do it from sunrise to sunset, but Whitney was up all night, and so to respect Whitney in the right way, we do it from sunrise to sunrise to honor her. Not everybody can sing like her. We need to honor her as much as we can. February 17th, in 1958, that was the first time Martin Luther King was on the cover of Time. On February 17th, to honor Martin Luther King, we cheat on our spouse. That is what we do for Martin. We do that for Martin. You can walk to Selma if you want to. That's very hard to do. It's easier to cheat on your spouse. It's better for your feet too. We do that for Martin. February 24th, that is Floyd Mayweather's birthday, famous boxer, 50-0. He just unretired. For Floyd Mayweather's birthday on February 24th, we honor him by not reading anything. We don't read anything. We don't read a sentence. You don't even read your phone. If Siri can't tell it to you on that day, you don't need it. That's for Floyd. February 25th, Erykah Badu's birthday. That's a very fun one. You find a man named Tyrone, and you help him move something. Whatever he needs moving, could be his car, could be his office. You just help him move it on that day. My favorite one is February 7th. That's Chris Rock's birthday. That's a kind of a choose your own adventure. You can either slap a grown man in public, or get slapped by a grown man in public after insulting his wife. It's whatever you want to do with your energy. And I got a whole list of them. There's a whole lot of things we can do during Black Lent. I have a whole list of it. Just however black you want to be, and however much you respect your ancestors, really dictates how much you can do throughout the holiday. Harry was talking about dogs and how much you care about dogs. Are anybody here dog owners right now? Dog owner? You're a dog owner? You're a dog owner. What's your name? Claire. Claire? Are you having a good time right now? How old are your dogs? She's 12. 12, very interesting. How long, this feels tough to say, I gotta ask, how long are we gonna let that dog live? How long before we, with the dog? Couple years left. Okay. Follow-up question, because I feel like we being open and honest right now. What's your favorite thing about not looking black in like the world and like being able to travel the world and not look like us and like get arrested and stuff like that? What's your favorite part of that? Huh? No, you can be arrested on that side, but you get out quick. I seen Shia did it this week. It's a melanin thing. And you can get arrested, but you get out much quicker. You got out immediately. You ain't have a meal in there, right? Yeah. See, the thing for me personally, being black, I'm jealous of how other people know their heritage. They know exactly where they came from. They know all their little genealogy. Like they know they have Cuban, they have English, they have German. They're 5/8 racist. They know all their little genealogy. They know which great-grandparents didn't like black people and all that stuff. They know all that. Me personally, I know for sure the continent I came from, but I don't know nothing else after that. I don't have no details after that. I tried to go on Ancestry.com one time and I put my information in, but my dad is from Alabama, so we don't have no papers. So they put me back to the opening page of Ancestry.com and refunded me because we don't have no research of where we came from. They don't know nothing I don't know on there. So I don't know. I want to have a team. Like I want to have different countries to root for when they doing big events like the World Cup they have this year, or the Summer Olympics, or like right now the White Olympics. I want to have different countries to root for outside of the U.S., but I don't have no country to root for. I don't know who I'm with. I used to have dreads for a long time, and this lady that showed up at my job, and I was talking about saving money. She's like, "Oh, you a Jamaican?" And I got excited. She thought I thought she was racist. I didn't think she was racist at all. I was excited. I thought she knew my people, and so I was trying to see if she knew somebody that looked like me. If she had gone on a cruise in Jamaica, seen anybody, had anybody called for me, because I just want to belong to a people. I actually know somebody who knows somewhere like around Hattiesburg where they do the KKK meetings, and I would love to go just to see it, just to see kind of what they do, because I've met many are racists in my time, but I never really get to meet the ones that like pray about it, the passionate ones who really like literally in the cloth about that racism, and I would love to really see how they get down. But I'm a shower, not a grower with my skin tone, so if I go in there without the cape, I'm gonna be dead, and I don't have a cape. I don't know where you get one of them kind of capes at. I've never needed one for any part of my life, and I've never seen one on the shelves, like the KKK capes. I know they probably have them at Hobby Lobby, but I don't own a home, and so they don't really like renters in Hobby Lobby. That's like it's kind of unwritten rule. If they see you like not having your deed to your house, they won't let you buy stuff at Hobby Lobby. So I don't really know if they have one in there, but I do need one because I want to go to the meetings and try to get my little research together. If I had any gaps in my cape, I'll die for sure. Lived in Baton Rouge for a little over a decade, and the cool thing about being here is how much I get to think about murder. Just kind of just be happening, on the news, in the street, actually, in the bare grounds, in the state capitol. Sometimes you roll your window down, hear the beginnings of a murder. Sometimes you're driving somewhere and you see all the blue lights going that way. You're like, I know where they go. I know where they're going. I know exactly what they're going to do. I saw this thing recently. This man was wrongly convicted of murder. He got out of Angola after 35 years, wrongly convicted of manslaughter. He was from right around here. And I feel like he should be allowed to sue somebody for being wrongfully convicted of murder. I feel like that's the rules, but I don't know how that works. I've never been convicted of murder as far as I know. But in the meantime, while he gets to sue the state or whatever that is, I feel like that man, based on his situation, not being really a murderer, he should be able to go to the state capitol and request a get out of murder free card. I think he deserves it. I think he's done the time of a murderer. I think he has a very public reputation of a murderer, but he has not gotten the opportunity to have a homicide on his body, and that's not right. He should get to kill a man based on what he's already done. That's not right. I think he's been granted an injustice, and we can fix that injustice by getting him a little card. He should go in the state capitol, find somebody in there with in charge, like a governor, lieutenant governor, chaplain, anybody that got a desk in the state capitol. Go in there, share his little story out there on his phone, a little newspaper cutout. They will understand his plight. They'll print him out a little get out of murder free card, laminated, obviously. He will get to carry that on his person. Then he gets to live his life, and he finds somebody, doing what he want to murder, he can do that. He'll murder them people. Cops will show up, all the blue lights. They'll show up, they'll say freeze. He will freeze with his card in his hand. Police will show up, they will see the card, they will acknowledge his card, they will hole punch his card, they will give him back his little card, they will go about their day, he will go about his day. He'll get to enjoy that. If he don't have nobody he wants to murder, he should be able to auction it off to somebody who wants to murder somebody. I'm sure many people in here got some ops that they want out of here. Somebody from high school, somebody from a coworker, a roommate that won't pay, somebody you want up out of here. But legally, you're not allowed to kill him. Legally, he can kill him because he got the card. You just got to come up off your savings. I know you've been putting a little bit of money in that 401k. You might have to pull out of that 401k so your enemy can die in the right way. And you can watch your enemy die. You go to a funeral. We go to a funeral together and watch them and laugh at them. And when you get that money, you get to help that person with a new life. If he don't want to murder nobody, that's not on his spirit. That's not the kind of guy he is. He should be able to do like smaller crimes and then come off like a bar tab. Like he assaults somebody, that's like a month. All right, you got 34 years and 11 months of crime to adjudicate your time with. Because if you were in prison as long as he was in prison, he was probably learning from the best and brightest of crime. And he didn't get to practice all that, what he learned in there. He probably getting like a Rhodes Scholarship in crime. He probably learned how to identity theft, how to how to carjack, how to identity theft somebody, how to double identity theft somebody. How to embezzle. He learned all that stuff in prison, but he didn't get to practice it. He should get to show what he learned, and if he get caught, you just take it off his tab, So I'm gonna run for governor for this. I want to be the one that signs his card. I want my name on the card, so people know what I did for him. I'll leave you one last thing. I thank y'all so much for being out here. We're in a room where I can explain this freely. When you are black, y'all know this. You are required to be light skinned or dark skinned. That's like in our rules somehow. And I don't believe in those rules. I'm not in one of those groups. I am not light skinned or dark skinned. If you look at this skin tone, this is a poorly lit room. But if you look at this, let's look at my skin right here. This is a skin tone of organic peanut butter. It is not a light skin or a dark skin. I don't qualify for either group. If there was a war between the light skins and the dark skins, like a battle of the melanin, I would be Switzerland in that war. I would provide supplies to the dark skins and light skins as y'all requested, but I would not be of the war. Y'all would not shoot at me. I would have different colors on. I might be wearing Mardi Gras colors, just so y'all know I'm not warring. I'm not playing. I'm in a different group. I'm not with y'all. That's my ideal war. But they don't let you do that. When I was growing up, they always made me be light skinned or dark skinned, but I never fit, so it never worked out. I'd be in a group of people, and they'd be like, Terrence, you light skinned. They push me over there with the light skinned people. And then the light skinned people didn't want me neither. They'd be like, Terrence, you're a darky dark. Go over there with your darky dark people over on that side. And then they would ramp it up. They'd be like, Terrence, you're a light bright. Go stand in the sun with your light bright people over there where y'all need to be. And then the light skinned people be like, Terrence, you're a darky dark. Go over there, stand with your people from Africa and go train for that marathon. Y'all go get over there. And it would just be light skin, dark skin, light skin, dark skin. Just pushing me back and forth very disrespectfully. And I finally stuck up for myself because I didn't like the way they were talking to me. I stopped them. I said, Mom and Dad. Can I please just get in the car? I don't care which side of this car y'all put me in, be it the light skin side or the dark skin side. It's just very hot out here and y'all are embarrassing me at this Walmart. I would like to go home as soon as possible. I really don't care where I sit in here. It's just my principal's looking at us. This is not cool for me in school. If y'all pushing me around like this, it's very abusive. I sat in the middle seat. We didn't really have a middle seat, but I didn't want nobody to think they won and get stamped as dark skin or light skin. So I sat in the middle. It was a bumpy road. That is all my time. I'm Tish Lane. Give it up for Sam. Thank y'all.